Alright, we're on the air. Looks like we got one person in here already. How's it going, Nasser? And happy Easter. He's not able to get a job. Yep, you told me that. I hope it goes well for you. Hello, Nick. Happy Easter to you, too. Hey, Beanie. Welcome, welcome. Oh, I know. Like, I remember going to Five Guys before, and it was really, really tasty. Hello, Ice Luigi. My Easter week's been, alright so far. Got my chocolate bunny and stuff. Since it's the occasion, I might as well just start with this. I got some drawings in mind for this special occasion. Hello, Yoshida. Glad you could make it. Happy Easter to you. I'm just doing something. I had a few drawing ideas in mind for this occasion. I ate a few chocolate-covered marshmallows for Easter. Oh, that sounds tasty. Oh, nice. How'd you like the movie? I'm aware that some of you also want to go see that movie, and I just don't want any spoilers. Well, at least not for the other people. Apart from having the standard ham, I'm assuming, Yoshida? Oh, hi, Ross. I honestly didn't even notice you. I didn't notice you for a second. But how are you? Hi, Joe. Same to you. Oh. Oh, it's a type of candy. I've never even heard of that brand. Hello, Shay. Welcome in. And happy Easter to you, too. I'll have to check out that picture later when I get the chance. I'll keep those notifications turned on for, yeah, I'll keep those notifications turned on for your account. Because you make some pretty cute stuff, too. Do you like Cadbury mini eggs? I have tried them before, and they were tasty. No, I went to see Hoppers instead. I heard that movie got some crazy positive reviews, and without spoiling anything for any of you that also want to go see it, it was super entertaining. Oh yeah, Donald Glover, for some reason. Oh, you definitely should. If you got... I suggest you get it... You can either watch it in the theater, or you can wait until it comes out on streaming. I honestly recommend the theater option. A Lindt chocolate Easter egg. Oh, that sounds tasty. I didn't get anything... I didn't get any Easter eggs. Only just a chocolate bunny. Yep, I sure am. Here's the full picture in case you want to see it. I apologize for the hesitation. I'm just chatting with Reggie here. Let him know that I'm streaming. Yeah, because I met him last year. Oh, hi, Ian. Glad you could make it. The last original Pixar movie that did well, I was hoping was Coco. Yep, I remember seeing it. Yeah, that's one thing that I think should have been... Yeah, that's the one casting choice I think should have happened. It's not just American Dad. He's done quite a lot of other shows. Off the top of my head, SpongeBob, Phineas and Ferb. He's done a lot of voices for the Fairly Odd Parents. I think he did a voice for, let's see. I know he did a couple of voices for Family Guy. Yeah. Just got done running Clover match. Oh, sweet. You know, if I was a casting director, I would have hired people for their talent. Because it seems to me that a lot of movies nowadays seem to have one thing in mind. Oh, this person's famous? Yep, you're casted as this you're casted as this unrelated character. Oh, that's right, he did do Higglytown Heroes. I forgot all about that. From what I can remember, pizza guys seem to show up at the randomest of times. Send me the link. Okay, sounds great. Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much why I did that Headcanon's voice video. That's why I did that, yeah, that's why I made that Headcanon voice video for my characters. If you're curious about that, go ahead and check it out for yourself. Okay, thank you, Ian. He just sent me the link to his new story. I'll read that when I get the chance. You want to know what's also interesting? They also played, they also guest starred in the final episode of Blue's Clues. Hell, even Joe mentions that the letter he got was from They Might Be Giants. Favorite Easter special I've seen? I honestly don't know. Funny you mentioned about celebrity casting. Brie. Is that so? Huh. Learn something new every day. There was a musical, the first Toy Story movie. I've heard about it through Disney Dan, but that's about it. Am I going to see Toy Story 5? Well, despite the fact that it should have ended at the third, my dad and I made it a tradition to go see it. Oh yeah, the Easter Beagle. Oh yeah, that Easter Beagle special. I think I've heard of it. I've only seen bits and pieces of it last night. But, yeah. How did you learn how to draw? From watching tutorials and inspecting other people's art. Oh yeah, that's right, and an Easter Carol. I can't forget about VeggieTales. One second. Okay, I gotta catch up here. I was self-taught. I also took inspiration from cosplay. Oh yeah, that's a nice artist. Yeah, I remember seeing his, I remember seeing his fan art. Yeah, I remember seeing his art from Mario and how he captured the Don Bluth style. Like, that was a really nice, art. Yeah, that was a really, really nice, yeah, that was really, really nice that he did that. They released a new album. Oh, I didn't know that. It's cool. I was self. Let's see. I also got some new VeggieTales merchandise. Now my collection got bigger. As if it wasn't big enough to begin with. Can't go wrong with Here Comes Pure Cottontail. I've only seen bits and pieces of that special in the past. Glad to know you also like VeggieTales, Yoshida. You'll really love that one. Hey, if you like VeggieTales Yoshida, you'll really love this one piece of fan art that I did of Bob and Larry. It's on my DeviantArt account if you want to check it out. I'm not really too interested in Mario, if I were to be honest. No disrespect to anyone who actually likes those movies, but they just don't really interest me. True that. On one hand, I like traditional art because on one hand, I like traditional art because I doodle a lot faster there. But on the other hand, I also like digital art because, well, it gives me more time to clean and polish up certain aspects. Used to watch VeggieTales and Smile a Child. Same here. Same. Yes, you got nice eggs, blue and purple. I am mad. Oh, sweet. Did you do anything for April Fools this year? No. No, I didn't. This morning you did some work for your next door neighbor. She paid me and I bought some. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice, you know. Oh yeah, the hairbrush song, that's a classic. I don't do Easter egg hunts anymore. I'm too old for that stuff. I had all DVDs of VeggieTales. I see. I've only had a couple of VeggieTales DVDs growing up, one of them being the Very Silly Songs. I'm sure you remember that. It's very disappointing that they butchered VeggieTales. You just can't help but feel bad for poor Phil Vischer, who poured his heart and soul into that series. And he got fucked over at every turn. And now that series is just ripped away from his arms. I can't help but feel bad for Phil Vischer, because he's basically the reason why VeggieTales was... He's pretty much the reason why VeggieTales was so good. He is the definitive heart and soul of it. He created it for his own minister, and companies just yanked it away from him. That is a very cute rabbit. Oh, thank you. I try my best to make my characters cute. Yep, same there. I think my grandma used to own a couple of VeggieTales videos. I remember off the top of my head, she had A Snoodle's Tale, The Ballad of Little Joe, and I think she might have had The End of Silliness. It's very disappointing. Oh, for sure. Yeah, Phil Vischer was the father of VeggieTales. But, thankfully for him, Mike, Lisa, and Kurt Haneke, they might have found like some sort of loophole around it. If anything on Phil Vischer's channel is anything to go by, sometime either this week or next week, or request for next semester. I'm slated to graduate next month. I already ordered my cap and gown, and it's slated to be sent in the mail. Netflix is probably like, we don't need you, Phil. It's more so what Universal thinks. He wanted more creative control of the series, and they didn't want any of that. Yeah, they fired... Yeah, that's what happened. They wanted more creative control over VeggieTales, and Universal just said, fuck it, and gave them the boot. Which I think is just very unfair. Yep, same. Just a random rabbit that I doodled. Yeah. It's a lot shorter for me because, well, I'm in a program of sorts. But, yeah. It's not just you that, yeah, I'm pretty much the first one. Yeah, I'm pretty much unofficially the first one in my family to, finish up college when the time comes, because my sisters have a couple more classes to do. Thank you, Matthew. Exactly. And with this Larry Boy movie that's going to be coming out without Phil Vischer's involvement, even Phil mentioned that he wasn't... Even Phil said that he wasn't mentioned about... Like, even Phil mentioned that he wasn't informed about the new Larry Boy movie. And the fact that the company about... And the fact that the company of that movie is was reportedly uses AI for its stuff. I'd say the future of VeggieTales is looking quite bleak. Did your parents go to college? Most likely. I mean, might as well. Things back then for them were a hell of a lot different. For one thing, the main campus I go to is just one big connected building, which makes it super easy because it allows me to go from one class to another without having to endure any rain or other outside weather interferences. Yeah, I know, it's disgusting. I've only seen one snippet of the... I've only seen, like, one image. I've only seen that one image from that, from their sizzle reel, and I just didn't want to watch any of it. I didn't want to watch any of it. One image was enough for me to say, fuck it. It's awful. Phil raises his bitch like a baby, so now he's taking away an ASVs. Yeah, I know. I should also mention that I got Starburst, Lifesavers, and Gummy Savers. I think I've had some of those before. Yeah, I think I've had all the above before. I have a curious question. Who remembers Barney, Mr. Whiskers? I've heard of it, but I didn't really see it in my childhood. I know Charlie Adler plays Mr. Whiskers there. And I did get a full understanding about it through Toonerific Tariq from his video. Yeah, it wasn't until I watched Toonerific Tariq's video on Brandy and Mr. Whiskers that I got a full understanding of what that show is like. I heard there was actually a PSA for, I heard there was actually, like, an age rating PSA for it when the show first, after the show first aired. For its, let's just say, obsession with brain. Let's just say, obsession with brains. Yeah, I used to watch a lot of his videos. That wasn't the only time that wasn't the only video I saw from him either. I also saw his video on the Little Lulu Show, and his interview with Robert F. Hughes, who was the animation director for Phineas and Ferb. Very interesting stuff. And it's also quite surprising to know that some of the shows he watched, like, left an impact on him. Like, in some of his, projects that he did. Particularly when he reviewed the Little Lulu Show. I'm sorry, dude. I didn't even know that my voice was that loud. I didn't even know my voice was that loud to begin with. If I startled you, then I apologize. Oh, that's nice. I didn't know your brother was acquainted with him. Shut up. Yes, I do. This is the Easter Bunny. Right here. Oh, sweet. Jeez, I don't even know what that would be like. Easter Wabbit Stew. Yeah, that's right. I've seen that Looney Tunes short. Oh, you know about that too, huh, Matthew? I see. Hello, Reg. Welcome in. Same to you. I'm just doing a couple of pictures here for the occasion, this being the first one. Here's the full image of it in case you want to see it. What's the longest I've ever stayed awake? Actually, the longest time I ever stayed awake was Christmas Eve 2014. Yeah. I was still under the belief... Yeah, I was just waiting for Santa, and... Surprisingly, I didn't get back to sleep until after I opened my presents. Let me tell you something about nostalgia. I love the aesthetic of old cartoons, but I feel people glaze it too much. I want to give it a chance. I see. Yep, glad to have you here, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I even gave the new Looney Tunes cartoon show a chance. Because I'm a sucker for that. It was also a much needed return to form. I don't remember where I did it. Ah. Gotta get this in here. Small on the top, big at the bottom. I'm assuming you got some nice stuff too, Reg? I say Clover and Passion another banger. I see. Longest ever stayed up was at least 25 hours one summer ago. Remember right, I only did it. Oh, shit. I see. Oh, I'm sure you were hell of a tired after that. Yes, I remember back in December 24th when I was there, I wanted all the Veggie Tales toys. When I was a kid, I wanted the Yo Gabba Gabba figures they used in the show. I looked it up online and it said they were very, very expensive. Oh, hi, Poppet Associates. Glad you could make it in. Just cracking up some Easter pics. Well, just one Easter picture and a couple of other spring-related artifacts. Funny you mention it because I actually have tried using the 3D software Blender. I only used it a couple of times when I was at Wilco during my game development class. But I kind of struggled because I didn't know shit about games. Aside from finishing up my trade, I don't have much else. I'm considering a new stream tonight. Well, good luck with that. I'll be sure to make it this time. And I'll be sure to see it happen once I get in. As long as I've ever been, I was doing my wisdom teeth surgery. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had both of my wisdom teeth pulled. Wasn't that bad because they numbed up my gums. I remember pulling it all in at some point and I was very grumpy. Yeah, that's what it does to you. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't get enough sleep. Really takes a toll on your mood. I remember watching a Gabba Gabba on Treehouse. I'm not sure what being this. They also had My Chemical Romance on that show. Did you know that? It's good to know that those people were on there. I do remember seeing the episode with Jack Black in it. If I remember correctly, he just crash landed into Gabaland and it was basically like, who the hell are these guys? I had 3 wisdom teeth pulled because I see. I think you're getting chlorophane. Oh yeah, they did. Yep. If I also remember correctly, the person that did Homestar Runner even did like a story time segment for that show. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. The same creator that did Homestar Runner. Looks like I blew a few minds while when I was saying that. Yeah. I think I remember I must say My Chemical Romance. Yeah, it's especially funny that they yeah, it's especially funny considering that they rejected to do a song for Twilight of all things. I also remember there was some laughing gas I drew unifingers. I see. Oh, good to hear you know that movie. Okay. Oh, before I forget. Yeah, same here. I loved it as a kid. Well, so far, things have been going smoothly. I went on the scale a few days ago and I was down to 281. Could you imagine? I could have one of them say that. Probably Harold, since he's pretty goofy and all that. I see. I have yet to watch that movie in full. Oh, damn. Again, at the same time, I personally don't think so. I mean, yeah, they have had experience with producing music for kid shows before. As I mentioned before, Higglytown Heroes, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, even Blue's Clues. Well, damn, you're even skinnier than me. uh, Gotta fix something here. Oh yeah, bare naked ladies. I could say... Yeah, I see. Yeah. Especially since the same creators for that show actually went on to do Sheriff Callie's Wild West, which I actually remember seeing it teased. I caught up with it for some time. From what I can remember, it was a pretty cute show. Oh yeah, that's right, they did. Yep, you gotta give props to James Woods for putting on such a grandiose performance. You want me to blow your mind? He was also in Roly Poly Oly, the Great Defender of Fun. Oh my god, I should try doing that. I should try having Chuck say, "It's Chuck time," and having him throw his two friends, like, across the room. And he acts like nothing happened. Seven Little Monsters mentioned. I almost thought I was the only one to remember that show. Yeah, my friend Simon is actually a fan of... Yeah, my friend Baby Lamb Creations is actually a fan of that show. Oh yeah, Reg, if you want to check out his channel, please do so. He just celebrated his channel turning 10 years old. Okay, got the... Okay, now the only thing left to ink is Chuck here. Oh, you did? Sweet. Oh yeah, that's right. If I remember correctly, he was also in The Simpsons at one point. I think in both shows he played the same character. Haven't seen too much of Recess. All I know is that it was made by some alumni of Rugrats. Ew, I have to be British in my theater role. Yeah. I kind of remember that, but it wasn't Daniel Cook. It was actually this other. It was actually this other child, Emily Young. She was called. Her segments used to play in between shows when I used to watch Playhouse Disney back in the day. I specifically remember the Canadian credits that went with it. You know, those logos that appeared at the end of all the credits to show who's responsible for what. Let me just say it's the Canadian tax credits. I remember Recess, even quite a few shows. Yep, they did. I think Sid from Toy Story was in that show, too. Well, I don't know about that, Yoshida. Oh god, the fact that you mentioned that, it honestly reminds me of that one Smosh video, if holidays were real, and then when it got to Easter, the whole skit was literally Ian and Anthony finding the Easter rabbit, and it shat out eggs, and then he looked back and he said, "Happy Easter!" Oh, hi, Ash. What's up? I think this is Emily Lyon's spin-off. It was? Huh, I didn't know. I only know the theme song of that. And the fact that Jason Marsden plays one of the characters. A pizza with a French fry crust? I can kind of see that happening. Don't know how long it will take to even perfect such a thing like that, but it doesn't hurt to try. I remember The Weekenders. Didn't watch it often, but I do remember enjoying the theme song too. So, Reg, do you have anything planned for Easter apart from that other stream that you mentioned earlier? I know I'm going to be having some of that classic ham. Can't go wrong with ham, am I right? Yeah, he was. I'm also sure you remember Buzz Lightyear's Star Command, Reg, since you used to watch Toon Disney quite a bit. I like to order pizza sometimes. Yeah, same. I think it works best as like once a week is good enough. Especially so because when my dad watched this movie, Super Size Me, and this guy had to go an entire month of eating nothing but McDonald's. Not much as of now, but most of my big plans are already done earlier today. I see. Ah, brunch. Nice. Anyway, as I mentioned before, the movie Super Size Me, it's about this one guy that has to go an entire month of eating nothing but McDonald's. And he has to have someone, and the whole time he has someone checking on his weight and his other health issues and such. I do indeed remember Starman, one among shows that should be on Disney Plus. Yeah, that's right. It still isn't on there yet for some reason, which I find completely strange. I remember hearing through the grapevine that Pixar wasn't particularly a fan of the series itself, but it does have its fans. That's scary to think about. Oh, it is. I remember super sadly or watching that movie back in elementary. Yeah, rest in peace to that guy. Damn, I love McDonald's as much as the next guy, but I can't imagine eating it just that for a month and nothing else. Yeah, and if there was a point in that movie where this one cashier is like, "Would you like to supersize it?" and he has no choice but to do it. Oh, this brush is a little too high. Gotta bring it down a bit. There we go. Yeah, I know how much you like Checker Reg, so here he is. No, they haven't. For some reason, people are just so damn persistent on having Schnookums and Meatbee on there. Despite the fact that it's literally a clone of Ren and Stimpy. No, seriously. It's literally Ren and Stimpy, but with a Disney flair. Yep. Here he is. Alright, I think that's the line work done. Now to get on to the coloring. I tend to not watch that. I don't mean to be sensitive. I'm quite fragile. Yep, I completely understand. Yeah, some people are just very sensitive to certain things. I know, because I'm honestly sensitive myself. I don't really show it that often. I don't really show it often in public, but I'm actually a pretty sensitive guy. At least in certain places. In case anybody were to point it out, yes, I do remember that I should have gotten this leg. Glad I caught it now before I forgot. I also know how much you like those squishy textures of mine, Reg. Yes, I know he played Buzz in that series. If I remember correctly, he was slated to play Buzz Lightyear himself in the movie that spawned the series. But I think they recorded him first, but then they asked Tim Allen to redub his lines as Warburton before deciding that Patrick Warburton should take the role. Yeah, he did his best. I remember saying a troll. Dick. Yeah, that dude's a dick. Sweet renders. I'll have to check them out some point. 800 line out later. 800 line out later. 800 line out later. 800 line out later. Check is mean. I remember a couple episodes there out of the blue. It only happened once. One day sometime. Yeah, I don't know what Yeah, I'm not really sure, like, why some networks do that. Like, I mean, if you're gonna drop something, at least put it on the schedule before you air it. I'm really glad you like my impression of him. Uh-huh. I've only seen bits and pieces of some of the episodes. When it aired on Toon Disney at my grandma's. But again, I don't really remember much of it, other than the fact that I was very, very interested in the Toon Disney screen bug at the bottom. Was anybody else fascinated with staring at screen bugs as a kid? Wow, I'm making everybody laugh today. Oh yeah, for sure. I know I said that already, but there's a rarity release of it. I guess not many copies of it were made. I guess not many copies sold well. That's just my personal theory of things. Usually when we have ham for Easter, there's plenty of leftover eggs for sandwiches. For me, I usually go for the potatoes. My mom makes some pretty damn good potatoes. As I mentioned before, this coloring tactic right here was inherited from Scribbles and Bits, someone that I used to watch on a weekly basis. We're going to something again to Fan Hour Friday. Oh, okay. Yes, staring at the screen bugs do give me a headache once in a while. I remember when Cartoon Network would do like a countdown on the top right corner until the new series. Yeah, I remember that too. I specifically remember when they did that for Annoying Orange, and everybody on the internet treated it as if it was a countdown to Doomsday. Does anybody else remember when Cartoon Network did that? And the whole uproar the internet brought it? I sure as hell do. I remember that too. I made it waiting for a new show. I see. Neat. Yes, I did the version of the... Neat. Very nice. Also, hi, Mugen. Now to go to my handy-dandy model sheet. Sorry, Brandon, you lost me there. Well, Nasser right here, also known as Mr. Knuckles789, he told me that Cartoon Network would usually do a countdown to hype up a series premiere, and I brought up that the High Fructose Adventures of the Annoying Orange did exactly that, and everybody treated it as if it was a timer for Doomsday. I wouldn't blame them for that, though, because the series itself isn't very good. One thing I kind of miss about cable TV being more widespread was when a new episode would premiere and it would feel like a shared experience. Yeah, I miss that too. There's something special about premiere There's something special about seeing new stuff on TV as like a premiere. There's something special about seeing something on TV that just hits you right in the feels. I'm guessing they just did that for the funny. I don't really know the whole gist of it. I definitely remember seeing... I remember when Cartoon Network went live action. I do remember that. Not sure why Cartoon Network... Yeah, he was. He was only... I'd say he's only good for, like... short little videos, and that's about it. I don't know why I even stuck around to watch it until halfway through Season 2. Ah. Neat. I remember when Cartoon Network went live action. Yeah, I remember that too. I specifically remember this one other... I specifically remember this this one time when I got home from school one day and I catched an episode of Mr. Men, of the Mr. Men show, and I noticed it was on Boomerang, and I was like, why the hell is it on Boomerang of all things? It was also surprisingly the first Season 2 episode I saw of it. I definitely remember seeing sneak previews of upcoming shows on Disney Junior. I'm surprised sad they don't do that anymore. Yeah, my family gave up DirecTV and because it was getting too expensive, and yeah. You know, Sanjay and Craig, I know the infamy it brung. No, this is Sharktooth down here. This shark right here is Wilbur. Yep, it sure backfired on him. And you know the drill, but for those of you who don't, if I hear a tune that's so good, these guys come out. Yeah, Sharktooth is actually crushed underneath Wilbur, along with Hank. Yeah, and they're dum-dums. Complete and utter dum-dums, but I love them. Because they're my babies. Yep, I feel like you've earned it. Okay, have a good day. Have a nice Easter, Shay. Well, well, they are planning something, but I haven't really gotten there. You want to know a big shock thing about me? It's not television related. I went to the local theater. Oh, crap, it's that movie. You're true about that. Yeah, I know, but I've grown from that now. Also, I would just really appreciate it if you don't bring that up. Please. Thank you, Matthew. I used to watch that show in my childhood all the time. It was very cute. It's okay, Yoshida. We all got stuff to worry about. Yeah, I actually remember when, nothing much. Other than the fact I hear a really good banger, and whenever that happens, these guys come out. Yeah, I envy you, honestly. Just gotta get these guys colored in, and then I'll get right back to business. Thank you. Thanks. It's really hard to keep myself positive in this day and age. If I were to be honest. find those videos, but no. I used to find those videos funny, but now I just find them traumatizing. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I'm trying to improve my behavior, but it's just so hard. Especially with all that other shit that goes on in this day and age. I just act irrationally. Don't you think I have enough to deal with already, dude? Yeah, they were. It's a long story. Yeah, I admit I may have done a few things before that really weren't. I used to do a few things in the past before that even I'm not proud of. Even now, I still feel the regret that goes through them every day. Yeah, granted, I'm still working on a few things, but for the most part, I've really grown as a person. You know, it's really hard for me to get. It's so hard for me to get a job, especially in this day and age. But that doesn't stop me from trying. Yeah, I know, I'm excited about that. Super excited about graduating. True that. Feeling I was wrong and they're actually making amends to improve things, it's all that matters. Yeah, that's true. At least when I do something that I think is wrong, I just I just try to apologize. Because it shows that I'm growing. And besides, I don't need any of those people anyway. Not those that constantly try to break me down. Indeed. That's what I try to do every day. Just need to cool myself off and regroup. Indeed. But, of course, they almost never give me a chance. Dude, that is messed up. People trashing you when you were sick. That's heartless. I was harassed by a couple people for not drawing their sick. I see. Oh, so you know that movie too, huh? Neat. Yeah. I should try watching it in full someday. Yeah, I know. Food in cartoons tend to look a lot tastier than they are in real life. Thank you. Welcome in, by the way. I've known about its sequel before. Indeed. Yeah, I can kind of see why it's considered to be your favorite. Ditto indeed. Yeah, same here. I'm really sorry you had to deal with that. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I see. Now, look. Like I said, I'm not perfect. It's just my anger just gets the better of me when dealing with certain things. And that was unfortunately the case last night. That's all I'm really gonna say. I'm not proud of it. I've suffered the consequences for it. And I apologize to the original person I hurt. So now, I just have to move on with life. I understand people looking at people in the eye, especially job interviews. Yeah, same here. When I think about the Goofy movie, I see. It's just that unfortunately those people don't really understand the entire story behind it. True that. I don't really have a problem with eye contact myself. I just get pretty distracted. I think I'm gonna have to start making an effort to be nicer and more patient going forward. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. I can understand why you prefer a Goofy movie over that. I think I think the latter movie does has a lot more heart to it. Sure. For sure. Especially. Yeah, exactly. Jackie Chan is a great actor. Oh yeah, he does do all of his stunts. Fun fact, the producers wanted Steve Martin to play Goofy. Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that. Thanks to Reg. He told me in a stream that originally they wanted him to play Goofy in that movie. And I replied with, well, if they wanted to bring a sound like of Bill Farmer, they could have brought on, they could have brought on Tony Pope. He has voiced Goofy before. Rest in peace. Yep. It's my, Yep, it's from my playlist. If I hear a song that sounds good, I put it on. Sometimes I do. Not too big on martial arts movies. I see. Neato. Yes, I did hear about the untimely passing of Chuck Norris. He's in a better place now. And woman, yeah, they are pretty cool. Dropped out for a brief moment, I'm back. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yep, I'm glad they made the right choice in the end, too. Because Bill Farmer, like, he's pretty much the real-life Goofy. He's pretty much a real-life Goofy in my eyes. Same with Pinto Colvig, the original voice for him. If you look up his image online, like almost all of them, in almost all the photos he's in, he literally looks like a cartoon character. I used to be a fan of parts of Leapfrog Litter Factory. Yeah, some parts of it kind of made me feel uneasy myself. Particularly that big snowball in the sea room. And of course, that scene with Leap testing out the spotlights. Old Man Winter's turn to run you strongly. Oof. Yeah, that's terrible. As a huge Adam Sandler fan, I enjoyed Grown Ups in the sequel. Wait, they're making a third one? Huh, I didn't know that. Yeah, You know, Adam Sandler can be very hit and miss in certain places. When he produces something good, it's gold. But if he does something horrible, get ready to bleach your eyes. And your ears. Oh, that's right, the birthed her. I remember that. And the birthday says... Yes, it's not the same without him. He's gone. Life took him away too soon. Hey, if you like something that other people don't, that's completely fine. I'm not going to chastise you. Yeah, who knows? It could be just as good, if not better. That honestly wouldn't surprise me. Oh, Farmer in person is almost a live-action cartoon himself. He's pretty tall, too. Oh, you met him? Sweet! That's awesome, dude. Yep, I still remember my first meeting with Maurice LaMarche. He was a really nice guy to talk to. Yeah, he was. I wonder why he didn't make it for the 4th movie, though. Oh, yeah, that squeaky-ass voice of his. Yeah, it does get grating after a while. Dave Fennoy at Comic-Con. Oh! Excellent! Oh man, I'm jealous. I want to remember so much. Yeah. Don't we ever. Yeah, from seizures, this is why I'm very protective. Oh. I'm really sorry about really sorry to hear about your boyfriend. Funny you mentioned Rob Paulson, because I also, because his booth was right next to Maurice's. Yep. I mean, Brian Hall tried his best for that movie. He's a well-acclaimed YouTuber and does some pretty spot-on voices, so yeah. Gotta give him props for trying. Oh, okay. Motel Transylvania, huh? I see. I know there was a Hotel Transylvania spin-off series. I know there was an animated series based on that movie. But anyway, here's the whole... Anyway, here's the full image of it in case you guys want to check it out. One of my mom's friends has epilepsy. Oh. Jeez, I'm really sorry for your mom, dude. Or your mom's friend's husband, anyway. Oh yeah, right, it did air on Disney Channel. Thank you, I'm glad you all like it. Time to save this bad boy. I did apologize to the person. Like, I apologized to the person after I... Okay, see you later, Reg. Dude! Okay. Ah, crap, I saved it as a P and saved it as the wrong file name. Oh, great, now I'm gonna... Oh, Jesus Christ. Now I'm gonna... Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's see now. Got the next one up here. Just some outside drama. I see. Chicken nuggets and fries. Can't go wrong with that. I usually order the nuggets and fries from McDonald's. Also, Nasser, to answer your question earlier, I'm sorry I forgot to get to it. Had some leftover Little Caesars and my chocolate bunny. Well, it's, well, to put it simply, it's Randall dressed as a flower. That would be really funny if Randall here. It would be really funny if Randall here had like a giant bee that was just madly in love with him. Oh my god, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. As I mentioned before, I'm gonna be having the traditional Easter ham. Oh, hi, Wubsy. Oh, God. Your comment. Oh. Oh, God, I needed that. I needed that laugh today. I prefer both. Hello, little buddy. How'd I do? Hello, Chuck. I remember seeing that movie on opening day. Yep, I still remember that day. It was pouring outside, and we were all discussing about what the opening theme would be like, and I said it would be a different theme entirely, and well, you know what? I was right. Mm-hmm. I think I'm gonna go, I think I'm gonna try and pursue my career. Yeah, because you know bees, they just love pollinating flowers. Yeah, and this one bee thinks Randall's a flower, and he's proposing to it. Oh, he's gonna get more than that. Yeah, I thought it would be a pretty funny touch. I'll have to figure something out to support myself financially. Yeah. He's proposing it with a honeycomb. I know that's typically a meat problem, but I still like... And it saves a lot of money. It saves money to have the cast and crew provide additional voices. And then they were roommates. Oh my god. Damn it. Five Guys also serves hot dogs and milkshakes. Yeah. What's great about the fries is that they sprinkle a few extra on as like a topper. So you get more fries for the price of the original offer. I mean, true. But it does bring a distinct flair to it. Also, Frankie Muniz, I mostly know him as like the first voice of Chester in the Fairly Odd Parents. Oh yeah, that's true. He was doing acting along with his music career, so why the hell not? Oh god, now I'm just imagining I'm just imagining what it would be like if Scott Grimes actually played him. Malcolm in the Middle, I think I've heard of that. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Actually, I'm gonna get an extra flair here. I had five guys a few times. I remember when I cheered the cheeseburger, fries, and white milkshake. It was all delish. I would imagine so. And I remember they also had like those big peanut stacks. Those big peanut sacks. Yep, well, good luck on the interview, dude. I'll be rooting for you. I could honestly see Scott Grimes, if he was chosen to play that character, I'd have him do a voice as like a mix of Kevin and Steve, like Kevin Swanson from Family Guy and Steve Smith. Yeah, all this. Yeah, I would have. I mean, who? Yep. Jeez, now I'm craving for mashed potatoes now. Craving for it. I think what would make it even better is if Randall had a green sweater on him. Oh, nice. Let's see. I will admit, the only casting... Yeah, he sure does. Such a shame he was taken too soon, though. Let's see. Okay, this looks like this part's done here. Alright. Yeah, it was. Didn't he have a car accident or something? I used to watch this old Disney show called Lamb of the Sheep. Oh yeah, I've heard of it. Hey, you can't go wrong with a good old Disney short. I'm sure my grandparents loved it too. You know, when they were my dad's age. Still miss them to this day, though. You have? Oh. I knew it. So sad. He did. Guy Moon suffered the same fate. So did Paul Walker and Paul... Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's right. Let's see. Jeez. People are just completely unfortunate on the road, you know? I can see why. Okay, have a great day. Hope you have a nice Easter, dude. Have fun doing all your stuff. You're very welcome, Matthew. Yeah, I do remember he did that. Yep, take care, Matthew. I think I'm gonna end the stream with this picture and call it a day. I don't think I've heard his name in a long time. Alright, see you next weekend. Yes, and I can't believe many young people would watch that back in the day. Yeah, I'm glad you can tolerate it. I would imagine so, especially with all the shit it showed. The only two episodes of any show that come to mind with that title are The Fairly Odd Parents and Timon and Pumbaa. For now, I'm just gonna finish up the line art here. Okay, so, well, seeing as how a lot of people are just leaving around, like, the 4 p.m. mark, I'll probably have to save it for another time, or at least when I do finish it. Actually, I think I'm gonna keep this part right here. But anyway, here's the finished sketch. And that just about does it for this stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll tune in next week for more. This is me, signing off.